Hi guys! Today we're going to be doing something a little different. I'm taking a break from making Minecraft mod videos because I really grind while making them, and I tend to tire myself out sometimes. So I'm going to be taking a small break from them, and instead I will be uploading these Minecraft mob humanoid art videos instead, because I also want to upload more art. And so that's what the next few videos will be. I'll just be drawing Minecraft mobs as like humanoid creatures, not completely human. They'll still have, you know, characteristics of them being a mob and everything. So the first one I'm working on here is the Enderman, and it's actually one of my OCs, and if you don't know what that means, it means original character. So this is my OC, Gavin the Enderman, and I just thought that I would just draw him as the humanoid Enderman because that's what he already is. And so I guess I'll talk about like his design and everything, and how I came up with it. So I kind of gave him like a kind of shy boy look, I guess, because, you know, typically when I think of Endermen, I think of they're shy, they don't like to get looked at, they just don't like attention in general. So I kind of gave him like this big sweater, these ripped jeans, just overall like a kind of like edgy kind of look, e-boy kind of look. And yeah, and then, you know, for his skin tone and like his color palette, I just went with, you know, purples, because that's what the Enderman palette is. It's black and purple, you know, pink, all that good jazz, all them good colors. And I made his skin tone and hair tone the same because it just looked a bit weird and off with like his hair tone being different and everything. What inspired me to create Gavin was that I was just kind of bored one night, and a person on Instagram that I follow, they made some like Minecraft mob OCs, and I was like, that's kind of cool. And so I kind of wanted to do that as well, and so I took two of my favorite Minecraft mobs and I made them into OCs. And the first one was Gavin the Enderman, because Endermans are my favorite mobs, obviously. I highly simp for Endermans for some unknown reason. And so Gavin was the first to be created, and then the next mob I will be drawing is, well, you'll see what he is. He's my next Minecraft mob OC that is associated with Gavin. All right, and now I will just let the video run along as you can watch me draw him. I'll stop talking for now and enjoy. Alrighty, and the next Minecraft mob I'll be drawing is a creeper. This is my second OC, he is Clyde the Creeper, and his design, I really want it to be, you know, like explosive, haha, funny creeper joke, because, you know, creepers, they go boom boom, they go big explosion and all that good jazz. So I made him a very hyper goblin man. Like he's very small compared to Gavin. Yeah. Again, he's very eccentric, he's very like trigger happy, that's his personality. I gave him, I guess, I made him look a lot more human than I originally wanted to, but I kind of like how he turned out and everything. Some of my friends say that he reminds them of Beast Boy from Teen Titans, and I'm like, I kind of like that. I kind of like that analogy. so I didn't change his design in any way. Here I was trying to just like kind of simplify it more because I wasn't in the mood to draw like something like really extremely detailed and everything, but then I just went, okay, fuck it, never mind, I'm just gonna go with his original design and everything, which is kind of very, very detailed. But it came out well in the end. I wanted to give him a punk look, I guess, because what else goes with punk but like explosive personalities, people who want to have just like a lot of fun and cause trouble and all that good jazz. So that's what basically inspired his look and everything. I gave him like a very punk rock kind of emo kind of look, I guess. I guess that's how you would describe it and everything. And as for the color palette, you know, I went with the greens, a lot of green because creepers are green and everything. His skin tone will be the same as his hair. I think I'm just gonna do that with like almost all Minecraft mobs, is that their skin tone and hair color will be just like the exact same. I think that feels right. And as you can see, I'm like going back to a different drawing of them because in that drawing that's like their main character sheet. I have the colors picked out and put down like on the outside of the drawing so that it's a lot easier for me to just go in a color pick for it. Now I'm just gonna kind of talk about both Gavin and Clyde and like everything about them. I don't know what their relationship is exactly. They could be best friends, boyfriends, husbands, I don't know. They can be really just whatever. The main point is that they're seen together constantly. Like they're always by each other. And they just have like a really good just like relationship and stuff. Like they're always seen together. They're always happy and getting along and all and everything. It's basically the dynamic duo of like tall shy and small happy. Fun fact about Clyde's pants is that I actually just like googled punk pants because I didn't really have an idea on what to do, and I found these dope ass looking like trip pants, and I was like, oh, those look sick. Those would go perfectly for his pants. And so I just stole those and I just put them in his design. Well, I didn't actually steal them. That was a joke. I just used them for. I just drew them and on his design and stuff. And now I will let the video run again so that y'all can just watch me draw and just kind of vibe and relax to it. So I will stop talking now and just let y'all watch. the third and final mob that I will be drawing is a Blaze, and oh boy, let me tell you, this guy was a pain in the ass to make. So the whole process of this was that normally when I think of a Blaze, I think of some sort of like guardian of the nether fortress and everything, because you know they're always guarding near their spawns. They just kind of spawn around, and they shoot big fireballs at you, and they sound fucking awful. They're scary. They're terrifying. So when I think of a Blaze, I think of like a big guard of some sort, like with like heavy armor and everything. The armor aspect also just comes from like they sound like they're made of metal, basically. So I gave him a bunch of like heavy armor, gave him some poofy hair. Gotta love poofy hair. Jesus Christ, I can't fucking talk. Okay. I always have trouble making like armor with like armored shoes. I don't know why. It's just very, very difficult and hard for me to do so. So I'm actually pretty I like how the armor turned out in this. Like, I think I did a really good job with this and everything. And there I go, drawing the armor. It looks pretty swag, in my opinion. Like, it looks, I did so well with the armor. Normally when I draw armor, I have to like look up different references and everything, but this one I didn't. I just used my big epic brain to do it, and I did really well. At least I think I did. And I put in like the smaller details in later on, or just the outline right now. Normally I try not to put a lot of detail in the outline because that was a bit of my old art style that I would do, but I've dumbed my art down a lot, so now it's just a lot simpler and more cartoony. I just think it looks like a lot better now, you know. Get that dope ass fucking art improvement and all that good jazz. We love to see it. This one was the longest one out of all of them. This one took me, I think, almost an hour to make. The other ones took me around 30 minutes to 40 minutes. Normally, I'm a very fast artist. I don't really take a lot of time when I draw because little story time, I guess. In middle school, in one of my classes, we would do this kind of game where we would have a timer and like a little small whiteboard, and we would have to draw something in like under 30 seconds, and whoever won there wasn't really a prize, but it was just like bragging rights, I guess, and I fucking owned that game. I would draw like the coolest shit in like under 30 seconds, and I'm pretty sure that's just where my like speedy ability to draw just like kind of popped out of nowhere and everything. This part was actually really fun. Making the skin on him was... I did a big brain move on that. You know how like on their little legs that kind of rotate around them, I was like, what if I incorporated that into like his hair and his hands? Because that's what I kind of view those little legs as like their hands or like their limbs in any sort of way. And so I did that with the hair and the hands because, you know, for the hair, I kind of just like decided to add it in the hair because the hair just kind of needed something. I didn't know exactly what to do for it, but I think it incorporated really well into the hair. And then for the bodysuit, I kind of chose this pinkish, like darkish color, just because, like, you know, it matches kind of with the color palette. It also makes it like a bit more poppy in a way. don't ever be scared to kind of to just like mess with the color wheel and just kind of fuck around with colors and see just what looks best. I do that a lot, and I've just come to terms with just like you can have more than like one type of red and pink and like oranges and everything, and just like, kind of like clash them together and it'll look fucking dope as heck. I also made the armor the same colors as the skin and hair, just because that was just me being lazy and not wanting to color pick any new colors. I was really tired at this point and everything. But it came out really well in the end. I think it was a good choice actually, because you know it just kind of sticks with the blaze thing and all that. I'm gonna go change later in the video. I changed the mask just because it's just so plain and boring right now. And now I'm just adding details to it. It's gonna look sick as heck. Ooh, look at that shading. I'm so good. Actually, this shading is just really simple. Like I used to just kind of like, I used to do watercolor shading, but over time it just really made me like frustrated and mad because I couldn't get it like how I exactly wanted, which is a big problem with me when I draw. Like everything just has to be perfect for me. And so yeah, no more watercolor shading. And now I'm just adding some highlights, making it look all shiny and nice, because you know armor is all sparkly, shiny, clean, glamorous, you know, all that good jazz. And here I am changing the mask. I'm making it more like the skin, but also adding the purple from the suit on it. I just think this just looks like a lot better. And then I did a foolish moment, or not foolish, fuck, not the streamer foolish, no, I just made a big uh-oh, and I forgot to add, I didn't realize that like I didn't, for the shading part of the purple, I didn't use the multiply layer, which is what you would normally use for shading, and so I had to go back and like manually shade it and everything, and it was very, very tedious. And then, you know, I finally color in the rods or whatever and all that good jazz, and now I will just I will be quiet and just let the video play out so that y'all can just enjoy the rest of it and vibe. Alright, and this is the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me design these Minecraft mobs into humanoid people, characters, creatures, I don't really know what to call them. But yes, comment down below which mobs you would like to see me draw next, and I will do my best to make sure that they are drawn. And yeah, that is it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, share if you will, if you must. I'd highly appreciate it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!